It took 4 hours to destroy New Carthage. The Keth did not use precision weapons, so Suran had specifically ordered against them. He wanted the lesson written large, written in a way that left no ambiguity about intention. So they used mass drivers first. Kinetic impactors, the size of freight containers, dropped from orbital altitude, striking the colony domes with the force of small nuclear detonations. Each impact threw a column of superheated debris 40 kilometers into the thin sky. The pressurized domes, elegant structures of ceramic and reinforced glass that had taken 8 years to build, crumpled and burst like paper lanterns. Then came the incendiary platforms. The Keth called them purifiers. They were designed for deforestation on contested worlds, for burning off by. They hadn't been designed for use on populated colonies, but Sauceran had found that distinction unimportant. The fires spread in spirals across New Carthage's surface. Following the Oxidemishmik, they burned blue-white in the thin air, hungry and methodical. From the observation deck, it looked almost beautiful. Brethoka made himself watch. He owed the dead that much. He thought about Director D. He wondered if she had gotten his message in time. He thought about the 67,000 children and tried not to picture their faces. But he had seen the colony's public records. Some of their faces were in those records, round-cheeked and dark-eyed and squinting into sunlight, and he found he could not stop picturing them. He thought about what he knew of humans. He had studied them more than most Keth officers, had found them fascinating in the way that a fault line is fascinating. Humans were not individually impressive. They were soft-bodied and relatively short-lived. They were prone to an extraordinary range of self-destructive behaviors. They quarreled with each other constantly. Their history was a chronicle of violence against their own kind, but there was something in them that Brethoka had noticed. Something in the behavioral databases and intelligence. Reports that the Keth's strategic planners had consistently failed to account for. Humans did not forgive. Other species forgave. Other species, the Sarati, the Elun, the gentle Overith with their hive minds. They chose peace. They calculated the cost of revenge against the cost of peace, not because they lacked passion, but because they were oriented toward the future. Humans were different. Humans carried their dead with them. Not metaphorically, actually. In their culture, in their language, they built monuments to battles lost centuries ago. They kept records. They told stories about wounds so old that the original parties were dust. They did not let go. Brethoka had tried to put this in a report once, a strategic analysis he'd submitted to the High Fleet. He had titled it The Weight of Human Memory, and argued that any campaign must account for the asymmetric long-term costs of atrocity, that humans, uniquely among known species, would not write off mass casualties as acceptable losses, that they would, in fact, build from those losses. That grief was in human psychology, not a terminus, but an engine. The report had been returned with a single annotation from the intelligence director. Sentiment, not strategy. Brethoka watched New Carthage burn. We are making, he thought, the worst mistake in the history of the Dominion.